Hey guys, Trevor with Shadow Systems. It's Technical Tuesday. Today we're going to do something kind of goofy that I think is sort of eye-opening and interesting if you've never really thought about it before. So one of the things I've noticed is, we in the sort of, pistol craft, tactical, like experienced shooter community have a tendency to kind of make fun of the marksmanship techniques that are utilized by the criminal element, right? People make fun of the, sideways gangster grip, and obviously they'll sort of poke fun at how these people will shoot, and you'll see gunfight videos and people are just running around in the street with one hand spraying, right? And I think that sometimes people on the more experienced kind of tactical side, they'll look at that and, maybe not have respect for how effective some of those techniques are. And this first became obvious to me when I did an experiment with some friends out in the desert in 2004. We were just shooting and we set up a target at various distances and just went absolutely bananas, crazy, doing draws, trying to hit it purely on instinct. And what we discovered was it was really fast and we got good hits. And not always, but at close range in particular, we got good hits. And the other thing we discovered was that, as they often teach in shooting schools, the more the distance increases between you and the threat, the more your skills actually matter. Because at bad breath distance, your skills are up against just raw instinct. And really, this is not a marksmanship zone. This is just a speed and instinct kind of zone. So we're gonna do a drill where I show this at 3 yards, 7 yards, and 15. And you're gonna kind of see that there's a huge difference in how many hits I get over these different distances. And what I'm gonna do is draw the gun as fast as I possibly can. It's in a holster from concealment under a shirt. I'm gonna draw the gun as fast as I possibly can and shoot 5 rounds. Just raw speed. I'm gonna go sprinting that way, and we're gonna see what I get, okay? And that, that distance makes such a difference that at a certain point, I'm probably not gonna hit anything. But up close, you better respect this technique because it works. All right, so here we go. So I've got a timer. I'm at 3 yards. We got a target right there. And I'm gonna just basically go as fast as I possibly can. So we'll see what happens. All right, here we go. And on the timer. All right, so first shot was 0.84. It was 1.61 total for 5 rounds. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So the split times were 20s. Looks like 20s. Here, I'll show you guys so you can see it. Oh, the click made it pick up the next shot. But the first shot you can see there is at 0.84. Okay, so really fast with like really good hits, right? So that's kind of disconcerting. Okay, let's drop that mag and get a fresh mag, and then we'll tape the target and move to 7 yards. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, off we go. Now we're at 7. Now, an experienced shooter would change the cadence of the first shot and of their shooting. And by that I mean, your draw at 7 yards is going to be a lot faster than your draw at 50 yards, given the same target size, because in your mind, you're knowing you have to aim and you're lining up the sights before you fire the gun. I don't think that technique is really part of this. I think what really happens is the gun comes out and they start shooting as fast as they can. So I'm going to use the same approach at every distance. I'm not going to slow down at all. Ideally, every draw is like, sub 1 second, and every single string is well under 2. So let's see what happens now at 7 yards. Okay. And I'm loaded and ready to go. Okay. All right, so now I'm at 7 yards and I didn't hit anything. 0.85, 1.51 total, and I didn't hit anything. Honestly, I'm kind of surprised. Usually at 7 yards, I'll hit something. I mean, almost always. Okay, but let's try it at 15 now. All right, so So there's no taping to be done now, which is nice. You get a fresh mag, 5 rounds, and we'll move back to 15. But I mean, if you think about it, you're talking about a 0.8 draw from concealment, right? I mean, I'm not, you know, some tactical guru, but that seems pretty swift. And, you know, you're able to achieve that largely because you're not mating your hands, you're not, you know, getting the gun necessarily even out all the way. You're just trying to get it oriented kind of in the right direction. All right, here we go at 15 yards. Let's see what happens. All right, 0.94, so a little bit slower, 1.63 total. Okay, 1.63 total. And there again, nothing at 15. I have one more mag. Let's do 3 yards one more time. Actually, let's just step back one and make it 4. See if it makes a difference. All right, here we go. On the buzzer, fast as I can. All right, I fumbled the draw, I felt like, but it was still a 0.83 draw, 1.73 total. And so, okay, I got 2 hits this time. So at 3 yards, I got 5 hits, and at 4 yards, I got 2 hits, right? So it's already dropping off. But anyway, this is just kind of a reminder that you have to have respect for your enemy. That's what it really is. Because the techniques that they use at close range are effective. They shoot fast, and they tend to get good hits if it's up close. So I guess I would just encourage you to think about 2 things. The 2 lessons are, 1, distance really matters. You know, if there's a potential threat or whatever, get away. That's why you'll see a lot of people practice drawing and backing up, right? So I say maintain your distance, don't let people get close to you. And then the other thing is speed does matter, especially at close range. So you should be able to point shoot a target at muzzle distance, right? You shouldn't practice on the range like this at this distance. You should be able to do this at this distance, right? Because that's what it might take, okay? All right, hope that was at least interesting. And I guess we'll see you next week for another Technical Tuesday.